Have you ever wondered about the stout, bearded folk who dwell deep within the mountains, masters of hammer and forge? Today, we're delving into the heart of the stone to uncover the epic story of the Dwarves. From their mythic creation to their sprawling underground empires, get ready for a journey into a world of echoing anvils, gleaming gold, and unwavering courage. Our tale begins not on the surface, but in the very bones of the earth. In many legends, the first dwarves were not born, but forged. Picture this: ancient gods or primordial forces, shaping the first of their kind from rock and metal. Some stories tell of them springing to life fully formed from the cooled heart of a volcano, their beards already braided and their hands itching for a hammer. This divine or elemental origin explains so much about them: their resilience, their deep connection to the earth, and their almost supernatural skill in smithing and masonry. They are quite literally children of the mountain. From these mythic beginnings, the dwarves began to carve out their place in the world. They were natural miners, their eyes able to pierce the deepest gloom and spot the faintest glimmer of a precious vein. They followed the arteries of gold, silver, and mithril, their pickaxes ringing out in a symphony of progress. But they didn't just extract the wealth, they built civilizations around it. Imagine vast underground cities, known as holds or carracks. These aren't just simple caves. We're talking about monumental halls supported by colossal pillars carved to resemble ancient kings, great forges that burn with an eternal flame, and intricate networks of tunnels and bridges spanning bottomless chasms. Light comes from cunningly placed crystals, glowing fungi, and the fiery hearts of the forges themselves. These cities were marvels of engineering, designed to be impenetrable fortresses, testaments to dwarven ingenuity and their sheer refusal to be conquered. Life in these holds was structured and communal, centered around the clan, the forge, and the shared duty of defending their home. At the heart of dwarven society is the clan. A dwarf's identity is intrinsically tied to their family name. Loyalty to the clan is absolute, and every dwarf, from the mightiest king to the youngest apprentice, has a role to play. This strong social structure is what allowed them to undertake projects that would take generations to complete, like carving a city from a single mountain peak or diverting an underground river. Their society is often a monarchy, ruled by a king who can trace his lineage back to the first fathers of the mountain. But this isn't a tyranny. A dwarven king must earn the respect of his people through wisdom, strength, and a steady hand on the warhammer. And what of their famous craftsmanship? A dwarf-made axe isn't just a tool. It's a work of art, perfectly balanced and holding an edge that never dulls. Their armor can turn a blade that would pierce steel, and their jewelry is said to capture the light of the stars. This skill isn't just learned, it's an innate part of who they are. They believe that when they work stone or metal, they are not just shaping it, but communicating with it, coaxing out its hidden strength and beauty. They have a deep spiritual respect for the materials they work with, a philosophy that makes their creations legendary across all fantasy realms. Of course, a history filled with such wealth and power is never a peaceful one. The dwarves have faced their share of enemies. From hordes of goblins and orcs trying to swarm their gates, to ancient fire-breathing dragons drawn by the glimmer of their treasure hoards, the dwarves have had to be as skilled in war as they are in smithing. Their battle formations are legendary, a shield wall of stout warriors, their axes and hammers ready to repel any foe. They fight with a grim determination, a stubborn refusal to yield even a single inch of their mountain home. Every dwarf is a warrior when the need arises, defending their family and their way of life with unparalleled ferocity. These constant wars have shaped the dwarven character. They are often portrayed as gruff, suspicious of outsiders, and slow to trust. And can you blame them? When you live in a fortress surrounded by those who covet your home and your treasure, you learn to be cautious. But beneath that stern exterior lies a heart as warm as their forges. Earn a dwarf's trust, and you have a friend for life, a friend who is loyal to a fault, who will march into the darkest abyss for you, and who will always share their ale with you. Their loyalty is as legendary as their greed, a powerful force that binds them to their allies. One of the most enduring themes in dwarven stories is the idea of a lost golden age. Many tales speak of ancient, magnificent holds, far grander than any that exist today, that were lost to disaster or invasion. Think of Moria from The Lord of the Rings, a once mighty kingdom that delved too deep and awoke a nameless terror. This sense of loss, of a past greatness that can never be fully reclaimed, adds a layer of melancholy to their culture. It fuels their desire to reclaim their ancestral homes and drives their stubborn pride. They are a people who remember every slight, every debt, and every lost stone of their fallen kingdoms. This eternal struggle, this blend of incredible creation and tragic loss, is what makes the dwarves so compelling. They are the ultimate survivors, the steadfast guardians of the deep places of the world. They remind us of the power of community, the value of hard work, and the importance of holding fast to your roots, no matter what storms may rage outside your mountain home. They are a symbol of endurance, a testament to the idea that with enough grit and a strong enough hammer, you can carve a kingdom from the very heart of the world. So the next time you see a mountain peak touching the clouds, take a moment. Imagine the echoing halls that might lie beneath, the fiery glow of the forges, and the sound of 1,000 hammers ringing in unison. You might just hear the ancient, enduring story of the dwarves. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into dwarven lore. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures into fantasy and myth, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Let me know in the comments which fantasy race you'd like to explore next. Until then, stay curious.